Tonight on the Animal House Radio Show, boy, have we got a special show lined up for you. Tonight, joining us for the first time is the legendary and iconic Rick Springfield. Listen in as he talks about his early career, about his new album coming out called The Snake King, being on the road, and his love for coconut ice cream. And it all happens right here, right now on Animal House Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to
The Animal House.
You are nothing but an animal.
Your mother's an animal.
Show your food, you're an animal.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
They're animals anyway, so let them move their souls.
I am not an animal.
You are an animal.
We are all animals, my lady.
I'm not an animal.
What do you care? You're an animal. You're an animal.
Yeah.
I'm an animal.
Yeah.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
I feel the need for speed.
The opinions expressed by the hosts, callers, and guests are not those of Animal House Radio. Some of the material broadcast on Animal House Radio may not be suitable for listeners under the age of 18. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, this is Kelsey Grammer.
Hi, this is Katie Seagal.
Hi, this is Joe Elliott.
Hey, it's Rick Springfield.
Hey, this is Tommy Chung.
Hi, this is Carol Burdett.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to the Animal House Radio Show. And if you're not, you're a communist. Get her done.
All right, we are here. We're here. Woo! All right, welcome to another edition of the Animal House Radio Show. We got a great show for you lined up. Everybody is here tonight in full attendance, with the exception of Mr. Shay Farrell, who is putting in the overtimes and keeping our lights on.
And where are we located?
We are in the Theodore Jiggett Studios,
That's right.
live in Hamilton, New Jersey.
Live and direct.
Big Ed is here. Dave is here, eating the delicious pudding that Gisella Bella made herself.
Show me pudding.
Yeah, right.
I already had two already.
Well, see, you guys got to read her. She was out for 3 weeks, so she comes bearing pudding. So that'll soften the blow. You won't yell at her, and because
Right.
Ed had to assume your writing duties, and he wasn't happy about it.
Yeah.
I know.
And thank you.
It was terrible.
You did a great job. But
And,
I didn't see because I was watching Big Brother.
Ed,
You come in and write that down.
Ed makes sure he comes in. He puts the flag up. He's a pillow of the community.
That's right.
And
He's
he
a
had
body
me,
pillow.
A lot of people like to lay on me.
he had me cracking up. Yeah, because all the bullshit with the NFL on the Facebook. So he goes like, "Listen." He puts up a picture of a duck. He goes, "Let's talk about something else." Here's a duck. Go.
It was so much that the Yankees that he hates, he would rather talk about the Yankees.
I'd rather talk about Aaron Judge.
Oh, man, is that guy incredible or what? Is that
50
incredible?
home runs as a rookie.
And they robbed him of one. He actually has 51.
Yeah.
They took
Yeah.
one away.
Wait a minute. You despise the Yankees?
Yeah, I'm not a Yankee fan.
I
I'm a
am.
Phillies fan.
I'm a
Oh,
Yankees fan.
okay.
I'm a Yankees fan.
But
well, one team
Aaron
has won
Judge,
a lot. One team has lost a lot.
you know what?
And
Aaron,
Sanchez, too. I mean, they're incredible. 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
The Yankees
they
are
really
looking really good right now.
I mean, Sanchez
aren't
missed a whole month and he got 33 home runs.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Aaron Judge? What?
Well, the kid's hit 50 home runs his rookie season.
Right.
Just a matter of time before they find him on steroids or something.
No, he's not. He's
But-
just big. He's just big.
Who, Blake Griffin?
He's fast. He plays a great right field.
Really
he steals
does.
bases. He hits for average.
kid-
He's on base.
The
percentage
kid's
is
really
incredible.
just a mountain.
Well, I hope
The best thing is he's not a home run hitter. He's not. He a lot of line drives. That's
No,
really all it is.
when he hits
Yeah.
it, he hits it hard.
He's
Yeah.
a power hitter. Yeah.
No, he's not real. Well, he's just a big guy. It's not that he's
Yeah.
a power. He doesn't,
They say
he doesn't
what-
try to hit for
His
power.
average. His average. They said his average. If you don't, every time he makes contact, not counting all the strikeouts and walks,
Yeah.
when he makes contact, his average is over 400.
Yeah.
It's 444. That's incredible.
Well, we'll get into that in a little bit. All right, tonight's show is brought to you in part by Jersey Shore Car and Limousine Service. Give John Giuliano and his staff a call, 609-903-0358. He is really, he's doing a great job. Everybody is...
He has a staff? He has a staff?
He's actually expanding. He needs
Yeah, if
two more
anybody
drivers.
knows
He has a
limo-
staff that's expanding.
limousine drivers.
Viagra.
That's called an infection. Staff infection.
That would be Ed, because he's expanding. He's exponential.
I try my best.
But, 609-903-0358. Give them a call.
Food.
Also, for all your mortgage needs, please give Residential Home Funding Corp. 973-575-1550. Tonight's show, we got a great show for you lined up. We are blessed and we are honored to have Mr. Rick Springfield in the house with us.
Jesse's girl.
Yeah, that was great. We actually went out to see him on
The
Saturday
soap
night.
star?
Yeah,
It was that,
That's
too,
how I
yes.
remember him.
Noah Drake, yes.
That's where he started, but he was a musician before that.
Drake
Yeah.
Ramore.
General
Drake
Hospital.
for more. That was Joey Tribbiani. But let me tell you something. I love Gene and his wife. They are the nuttiest bunch of people.
I hear a butt coming.
There
Get
you
ready.
go.
I hear a butt coming.
So
this is going to be a however.
So the concert's at 8 o'clock. So I figured we get down there for like 6:30, 6:45. So Gene's like, I'm going to leave at 2. You're like 20 minutes away from Atlantic City. So anyway, we get down there. He's like, what time are you coming down? We're by the fountain waiting for you. I'm like, all right, we'll be down there. You just want to grab a bite to eat? Yeah, wait for us. We get down there and we park and we go in. And the Tropicana, we're at the Tropicana. And you go down the quarter where they have all the stores and the food.
Carmine's.
And they have this deli there. And it's really not somewhere where you would go and sit and eat. It's a deli where you can get a bag of chips or something.
They have coffee.
And they have that
Do
food.
they have sandwiches?
Yes.
So you could go and get something to eat there.
Yes.
Well, no, but it's not like where
Not
you would,
according to his
It's not a
viewpoint.
fancy damn place. It's like where you go to weigh your food in the clear plastic things.
Of course.
You know.
Bulk. You buy
So
in bulk.
Gene's like, we're going to wait for you to eat. So I walk in. Him and his wife are huddled at the table in there eating out of those clear plastic things. I'm like, I'm glad you waited for me. Oh, sorry, buddy. I just can't wait another minute.
It's like a bird.
I'm like, I wanted to go to Carmine's. We could all wait.
And before
we'll
we get there, I wanted coffee. He's like, no, don't have coffee because we're gonna finally go eat at Carmine's.
Because Gene knows a good spot.
So I said, yeah, we're gonna actually eat at Carmine's. He goes, yeah. He goes, so I said, but I need coffee because I drove for like 2 hours and I'm tired.
Carmine's has the best Caesar
So
salad
she makes
in the
me
world.
go all the way down. Now, unbeknownst to me, the Tropicana has 2 Starbucks.
Right
Yeah.
One is right where we were going to be, and one is all the way down. And she makes me go all the way down the hallway.
For
get
a pumpkin spice latte.
Latte, yeah. So then we go upstairs, and when we get to where Gene is, there's a Starbucks.
You just went to
right
McDonald's for that, you know.
No.
Yeah, you could have done that.
Never.
They got the best pumpkin spice
This-
latte. You know
that's-
why?
yeah,
It's
disgusting.
only $1.
No. It's
$1.
It's worth $1.
So is Starbucks, if that.
No.
Carmine's,
Starbucks is crap.
2 words. Carmine's Caesar salad. Best.
And on
What
that
am I, a rabbit?
note,
It comes this big.
Later on in the show, I should have been doing this sooner, but we have 6 names to read of soldiers that we lost in August. So we'll do that
Okay.
at the end of the show. It's called Honor the Fallen.
Okay.
And it tells us about who we lost, where, and why, and so we'll do that too. But we got a great show for you lined up. Everybody's here. Shay's out tonight working hard, and like I said, I love Gene, but he's just a trip without the luggage. He's just so crazy. I'm getting ready to have a nice meal, and I see him eating like that spiral pasta that you pay for by the pound, like that cold macaroni salad.
Nice.
Oh, it's delicious, buddy. It's only $2.99. It's like, okay, you're a bargain hunter.
If you caught him an hour later, you see him eating birdseed.
And what's funny is, I go, Gene, I thought we were going to go to Carmine's. Oh, we'll still go and eat with you over there, buddy. Don't worry about it.
although it worked out in our benefit because we went.
Yeah, we wind up getting sushi.
Because you didn't have to
afterwards.
pay for him?
No, it wasn't even the point. Everybody was going. Everybody was paying for
Going Dutch?
Yeah.
No,
well,
Carlo was going to actually treat everyone.
And
How was he going to treat them?
Very nicely.
With candy?
Yeah,
It's not like that's not like Carlo.
Very harshly.
Carlo's going to rub pasta all over Gene later.
But he's, you gotta love Gene though. He's, I got a kick out of him and Sandy. Then Sandy, we get to the Rick Springfield concert, which was at the Tropicana. We go upstairs where they have the marketing table, and I'm just looking at all the nice shirts. I'm scoping out which one I want to buy, and his wife is over there looking. So she doesn't buy anything, but then we go in, they open the doors,
The
we
two
sit down.
ladies, they were shopping together.
No, I get something. When I go to a concert, it's a memento for me. I have shit from the 80s that you won't believe I have concert shirts. But
Great movie.
Don't put that with soda.
No.
Mementos and soda, they blow up.
yeah, right. Oh, that's Pop Rocks, wasn't it?
And, and Mentos, yeah.
But so we're sitting there. So Sandy gets up. She says, "I want to go look at what they have at the merchandise table."
I'm here for the merch.
So she goes. And she comes back. She comes back in a few minutes. She goes, "Hun, they got a shirt there. It's $40. Can I get it?" And Gene's like,
I just spent all my money on birdseed.
I just spent $2.99 on cold macaroni salad, and now you want a shirt on top of it? No, but we had fun, and I'll tell you what.
Did you get a tote?
They had totes. Believe it or not, it says Jesse's Girl, and I draw the line.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
right.
get it. No, I'm not gonna get a tote that says Jesse.
You wouldn't get one for her?
Joey's Girl.
No, I'm not gonna do that though. Gene, turn me up a little bit, just a hair.
What?
Volume wise.
Give me a phone book. We'll make him higher.
Yeah, that's good. But the concert was phenomenal.
Yeah, he sounded great.
It was tight. His drummer, I mean, I know he's not a heavy metal band. His drummer was a beast, and the bass player was on the money. It was just a really, and he's got to be close to 70 now.
He's got to be in the late 60s. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's
70.
jumping around more than I could
right.
ever. And he's walking on the seats. He came all the way out into and he brought kids up on. It was a very interactive. It was fun, and his voice. It was not angelic, but it's as strong as it
And
ever
can we
was.
go there?
well, he has never stopped
He
performing.
actually cried.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Because you didn't get a tote, that's why.
You were crying when you met
That's
Rick.
what happened.
Well, I can't help
we
it.
expected that.
Yeah.
Why would
Well,
you
don't forget.
expect-
Don't forget.
You know what? Go rhyme yourself.
But don't forget
Dave.
though, he has never stopped performing. So why would his voice be gone?
Well, look at they say what's his name? Wayne Newton. They said his voice goes. He's been performing.
But that's years of abuse too.
Well, I mean, but
This guy, you could tell, takes care of himself.
Right.
Yeah, maybe Gene had the answer. Maybe he stopped eating meat. That's why his voice is.
The whole time he was on stage, he reminded me of Frank Modica.
Frank Modica, same body.
I was like,
style.
they could pass for brothers.
He's got the jeans on, and it just
looks like
flat.
Davy Jones there, so I don't know.
Yeah. But
don't forget he played a doctor too, so he knows how to take care of himself.
That's true.
And I just had a fun time. I wasn't. I was actually surprised. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be more of a generic, but he sang, and his voice is strong. It's just like Eddie Money we went to see.
Right.
And
I liked him in Raw. That was the good one.
Raw.
Eddie Money. Raw.
That's
He
Eddie
did that
Murphy.
thing with.
That's Murphy.
He did the thing with the honeymooners. What?
Eddie Murphy.
Oh, okay.
That's
Wrong guy.
My dad used to do that all the time to me. He used to call Eddie Murphy Eddie Money.
Oh, he used to confuse
He
them?
legit didn't really know the difference.
Really?
He's like, yeah, Eddie Money. I don't want to hear that shit in the house.
That's so funny. But you even said when we went to the Eddie, his voice
Sounded
sounded
great.
a couple of years ago. It wasn't as
Right.
He sharpened up. He lost
he's
weight.
straightened out.
stopped,
Yeah,
you know,
he's clean. He's
Yeah.
been clean. It's a
But,
muscle. You have to use it.
But Dave, you went on the road. You went to California. You went to a wedding, right?
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
There's a lot of donkeys, I heard.
There was a donkey show. There was cockfighting.
Wait a minute.
Coyotes.
Was the wedding
Coyote
in
warnings.
California or was it
Yeah.
in Mexico?
It was in a Mexican ranch in California.
Are you
outside of
serious?
Yeah.
I went to a cockfight once. I lost. I was up against very stiff competition.
Oh, why did I know that was coming? He'll be here
He
all week,
said it 3
folks.
times already.
That's a Michael Flowax
But was he
joke.
coming?
That's a Michael
No.
Flowax.
Try to feel it's
Just
the best
breathing
in the
heavy.
city.
Right.
I give credit to Michael Flowax. That's his joke.
Yes.
So was this a guy that you went to college with,
A
right?
friend of mine from college, I was getting married. He moved out to L.A. about 10 years ago. He's been with this girl for like 7 years, and they just decided.
What does he do for a living? Is he a matador?
Yes.
Well, he's on a Mexican ranch. I figured.
Well, his wife's
he's a
Cuban.
bullfighter?
No,
He's-
which is even more weird, but yeah.
He's a chicken fighter.
He likes to, feed and supply the gunpowder and cocaine for the roosters.
Good for him.
That's good. It's nothing more fun than watching a rooster blow up.
Well, you said he had very interesting artwork in his house.
No, not
No,
the
not
house.
the house. That was at the ranch where the wedding was. It
The
was-
hall.
Oh, okay.
The
Oh,
catering hall.
okay. I'm thinking he lives on this ranch.
No, he doesn't live there.
That's
Just,
where they had the wedding. Okay.
like, there's a lot. It's like this ranch that they were at. It's known for having their elaborate weddings there. It's like
Oh,
the
okay.
big
It's a
outdoor
fancy
wedding
place?
venue.
Because when I think of a ranch, I think of, unless you tell me it's a sprawling.
No, it's not like it's a fancy place, but it's outdoors. There's trees. It's very beautiful. It's very scenic.
There's trees outdoors?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes some brush.
That's amazing.
Any tumbleweed? Any tumbleweed?
No,
I
but
saw
I'm,
grass. I'm not used to that. I don't
and
know.
when I think of ranch, I think of like a dilapidated barn
Yeah, I was
with,
thinking. I was about to say
I was
that.
with a
dressing,
pickup and
absolutely.
chickens all over the
Blue
place.
cheese is better.
But this was very nice.
Oh, it was very nice. There was the craziest thing I saw. There was giant acorns coming from the tree up there. There was a squirrel like wasting
On
acorns.
steroids?
Yeah, he was just sitting there, literal, legit, like this big.
Nuts to you. Nuts to
my
you.
God.
You should have collected them. I could have made ornaments.
I was thinking about it, and I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah,
last
baskets.
thing I
Make
did is walk
baskets.
around with a
How do
a
you
handful of
explain that
nuts.
to a TSA agent?
Oh, I could definitely do
You're
that.
making baskets.
Making baskets.
I want to make a wreath.
Which were you in L.A.? What part of what town?
Well, the wedding was
Santa
in
Barbara.
El Segundo.
El Segundo?
I was by El Segundo by the airport, but I was my friend lives in Van Nuys up in the valley.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And he was up. The wedding was in Calabasas.
Oh, okay. Yes, really nice.
Now,
So
was
it's
that
a little
Yeah, it's
north
nice.
of that. It's very
Yeah.
nice up there.
It's not far
Well,
from
now,
Santa Barbara. It's not far.
Van
from there.
Nuys,
No.
is that above Sunset or below Sunset?
Above.
It's in the valley.
So that's pretty decent area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real nice. It's all ranches. Santa Barbara is really nice.
Well, Santa
Whole area.
Barbara's very nice. San Diego is very
Well,
nice.
he's right near that. That was right near that.
San Diego's a lot further south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No,
at
no,
the
I'm
bottom.
saying San Diego's beautiful. What else is
I
up
like
there?
La Jolla better than that, but yeah.
Now, is that near the Silicon Valley?
No,
That's
Silicon
north.
Valley is way north.
That's north.
Wait, no, okay.
That's
all
by
right.
like San Francisco.
Yeah. that's
Oh,
way-
really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Actually, over by where what's his name? Sirhan.
I was going to say it's in Beverly Hills.
by
a
Folsom.
lot of silicone there.
What
Well, at least you got to see it before it sinks into the ocean. That was
Yeah.
nice.
Who went? Just you and goddamn intern?
Yeah, me and the goddamn intern flew out.
Very handsome, both of you look.
Thank you.
Very.
Yes, I like that picture. So
Who, you, Yoda?
You had
Very,
to,
very handsome.
even
Oh
though
my
you had to
God.
highlight the cockfighting picture behind
Very
you.
handsome
How
both
do you
you
not
look.
though?
You look so
You
good.
know, if you're at a ranch at a wedding, if you're at a wedding between Polish guy, my friend was born in Poland. He married a girl who her parents came from Cuba, and she was born here like right after they got here.
Cubana.
So, and they're in L.A. and they're at a Mexican ranch and there's cockfighting murals, the first thing you do is take pictures
That's
of the
funny.
mural, and I'm going to take my picture with my son in front of that thing as well.
So you had giant acorns and cockfighting pictures.
And a little donkey show.
And what's the best? What better way to bond with your
swastikas,
son?
everything.
What's better way to bond with your son than going cockfighting? Of course.
Yeah.
Teach him all the ins and
we
outs.
can cross streams and watch the cockfighting.
At least he learned a little something.
Exactly.
No, did you?
He learned how to pull an all-nighter.
Very little.
Pull an all-nighter.
Well, you know what the crazy thing is? I think that's one of those things that like people hear about,
right?
But they, cockfighting. We're a little older, so we know that it actually ever, it happened at some point.
Right.
You probably have known some places where it was. I know I have. And
Right.
My son just thinks I joke about it as a joke, and now he's saying he's like,
it really
wait,
exists.
it's really cockfighting.
Right.
He's like, that's really there. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. He thought I could see the look on his face, like,
got a
wow,
raise.
this really. My dad's not just sick in the head. This stuff really happens.
He needs to get out a little more. He's a little sheltered.
Yes.
Ed just got a raise.
But what else did you do? Was that the strangest thing that you guys seen when you were? How long were you there for?
From Thursday to Monday.
5 hours.
Oh, so it wasn't that like an extended weekend.
Did you go anywhere sightseeing or anything, or do anything?
A little bit. My friend, the bachelor party, he was supposed to be out here Labor Day weekend for that, and everything got kind of screwed up, so he wound up not coming out. And we just went out to like lunch and dinner at a few places.
Good.
In the
I
area.
saw you send me that. You went to the Chinese theater?
No, that was. I never even noticed it before at the Guitar Center on Sunset.
Right.
Uh-huh.
They have the Rock and Roll Walk of Fame.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And it was
either.
really cool. A lot of like busts and plaques and people's autographed guitars and stuff on
That's
the side.
cool.
And
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh wow, I see.
some
I gotta check
hand-printed
that
stuff
out.
on the ground. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I was like, oh, let me send the picture of Def Leppard.
Oh yeah, with Lemmy too.
And the Lemmy one,
He
yeah.
had such little hands and feet.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles.
And of course, Lemmy with the hand, he put the one hand down and gave the finger on the other one.
Oh my god.
My man Lemmy.
That's Lemmy for you. But I never knew that because when I went to L.A., I just did the typical, tour of like.
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
The Hollywood
walk.
stars.
Yeah, you get to walk and because you don't know where nobody is.
Get off my lawn.
Well, now you could Google it.
There's actually a directory that'll tell you
But
who's where.
yeah,
Yeah,
Google. It's called Google.
No, but I'm saying before Google wasn't around when I went.
I know.
Carlo went to all the Hollywood stars, and he got arrested for stalking.
Breaking and entering, yeah.
Now, knowing me, I probably would have. I found
Yeah,
out
really.
like somebody was like,
Who's that guy in the window?
There's this large Italian fellow with a BB gun outside.
And a tote bag.
It's funny
And it's
because
so big from Rick Springfield.
we went to the HorrorCon earlier that day,
Yeah, that was fun.
and somebody recognized Carlo.
Oh, yeah,
She walked
yeah.
in, Gary,
Really?
and he was telling everybody.
It's kind of a horror story. It kind of
Yeah,
fits.
yeah. You should have had a table.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should
I
have your
know.
own booth.
which
Damn.
one? Gary.
Gary Cameron?
Derek, you mean?
Dean
I don't know.
Cameron?
The first guy that walked.
Well, he's got recognized.
Wait, you're
That's good.
insulting him for
Who-
recognizing
Oh,
Carlo?
Gary Riley. Yeah.
Who,
From
who,
summer
who
school.
actually
Yeah, Gary
likes
Riley.
my
Oh, okay.
curly hair.
Chainsaw and Dave. Yeah,
Okay.
no, because I had told them the story on the air, and then he was explaining it to Dean, and they were like shaking their head. But we had fun. Paul came with us Friday night. He got his wife a beautiful pocketbook that
Yeah,
she
she
liked.
loved it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Diane Franklin was taking lots of pictures there.
She was
Yeah,
very
you wanna
nice.
know
She's very
something?
nice.
I tell you what,
She's very personable.
she doesn't rush you. She'll sit and talk with you for like 10 minutes.
No, 10
Yeah.
hours. I
You
mean,
know? Yeah,
we
she-
were staying there. We'd still be there.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
She
no,
never-
that's what I'm
she never
saying.
says it.
And then she had the jacket that she wore in the movie,
Nice.
and everybody that took a picture or bought a book, you would try on the jacket, and it'll be in her next book.
She would give you
A
credit.
picture of the
at
jacket
the end
that
of
she
the
wore
book.
in Better Off Dead.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was pretty. I said, you don't want me to rip
So
this
of course
jacket.
he had to wear the
They
jacket.
got in a little coat.
No, I was afraid of
singing
that.
that. We were singing it.
I was afraid that I was going to put it on, but it fit. It was like oversized. I was
Oh.
like,
It
okay.
was up to
so-
here on your arms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was definitely. But she was fun, and
She was very
Gary
nice.
and Dean were fun.
Yeah,
and
they were nice.
Sean Astin was really cool.
Dean, I
Oh,
would've
you got to
liked
finally
him,
meet
too.
Sean. Good.
Yeah, I got a picture with him. He's very nice.
Rudy?
Yeah.
Rudy was cool. Very nice.
Samwise.
I recognized him from Encino Man.
Yeah, see, that's a,
You know, I
that's
was
a
thinking of that
reference
from-
that nobody would usually
I always
make
remember
with
from
him.
Lord of the Rings as
Yeah.
big.
It's my,
Yeah,
my
I never
time.
watched
So,
that.
you know what movie I liked him
Never
in?
watched Lord of the Rings.
Those are
What's
great
that?
movies.
I don't know
Click.
if I could talk to him
Click.
anymore.
Click?
Yeah, with Adam Sandler.
Whatever. The
what?
cable
You know what?
guy.
See, I missed the bus. I knew he was in that, but that's not something you would recognize.
Yeah,
him
Lord of the
for.
Rings is a classic.
Well, you know, no, I recognize it because
That's
in that
really good
movie
stuff.
he kept wearing the swimming speedos throughout the whole thing. And
Well,
Adam
he's
Sandler was
been
making
in a
fun
lot
him.
of. He was in
Yeah.
the 50 First Dates where he's got the gym.
Yeah,
Right.
he was good with. I forgot
and he
about
thinks he's
that.
a body.
Yeah, he played this.
Adam
brother. Played
Sandler
your brother,
flips him
yeah.
over. He goes,
Yeah.
Are you done now? He's
Him and
like-
Blake Clark.
And thank God I didn't say anything. I thought Diana Franklin was from Uncle Buck.
Close. She does look like
I
that
thought
girl.
that was the sister.
She thought that was the niece.
daughter, yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
I could see that one, but no.
God.
Although I liked her in Bill and Ted too.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was
She
a
was
great movie.
very
I love
nice.
that
She had a
movie.
new book coming out, and she's going to be in there. They're doing a remake of the Amityville Possession.
Right.
Okay.
See, in the movie, she was the daughter, the first one. Now she's
Yeah.
playing the mother,
Yeah.
so it's
Right.
going to be Burt Young's going to be in it.
Nice.
So, but
He's alive?
Yeah, right.
Wow,
Barely.
don't say anything.
No, he's the ghost.
I don't know nothing. But
You don't know nothing.
That's the rumor. That's the rumor.
What kind of Sicilian are you anyway?
Yeah, but that's she
It's
doesn't really
a
want-
thick slice.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
she was very nice to us, and this one I loved. She walks over. She has no idea who she's talking to. She's just like, la da 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 da, I'm here, and then
And I'm like,
That's like my wife.
you know.
When she met Will Chamberlain, and as I'm walking in to get her, she says to him, "Did you ever think about playing basketball?"
Oh my God!
He almost fell down laughing.
Didn't she? What was his reaction? He just got a
He
kick
just
out?
laughed his head off.
Got a kick
He
out?
realized she has no idea who the hell he is.
I tell you what, who doesn't really? You know who doesn't know he's
On a
alive?
positive note, she wasn't in the book either.
Thank God.
was very nice. There's no way he
Who's
knows
the
he's
girl with the
alive.
black eye?
Marky Ramone. He was just like,
Right.
He was in like 3 different dimensions when you're talking to him. You see the picture I
Three
took
different
when-
dementias?
Yeah, I don't know because he
who's
was.
the lady with the hair?
Oh, Lisa Loring.
Okay, yeah.
Wednesday Adams.
Yeah,
Nice.
right.
Very nice. Very.
And she was on
nice.
soap operas too.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
I tell you what, she took a couple of pictures like when she was younger. Like she was in Playboy and stuff.
Oh yeah, well, she was beautiful when she was young. Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
knew? I had no idea.
Well, the same thing happened with in the remake with Christina Ricci. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, she's really." She was actually really beautiful.
Yeah.
I didn't care for her in that remake. With
I
that.
did.
But
You
she
know.
was-
You like Christina Ricci?
Yeah.
She was very good in the
big
A
part.
lot of people did.
Played the part
big
very
fan.
well.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
did a great job in the
She
part.
really did a good job.
Yeah.
on
She
that part.
came in. She's older now, Lisa Loring, and she had a
Right.
black eye. It was
I would
like,
assume
really
so.
bad.
That was from the '60s.
I thought somebody punched her in the
Lurch,
face.
Yeah,
Lurch-
she
Lurch
apparently fell or had an accident.
She
so I
fell.
No, she walked into Lurch's dick.
Allegedly.
Yeah, probably.
She said she fell in the shower
Right.
where she was staying at. They had like a handicapped bar.
Oh, she hit the bar?
And she hit her eye right on the
Ooh,
bar.
so
She
Allegedly.
So I said, listen, this is HorrorCon. This is what you do. You tell everybody you're a big fan of the Little Rascals.
And she's the
this
dog.
is a tribute to Petey the dog. Because it looked just like that with the
Big round
And
circle.
she got a kick out of that.
Yeah, so she goes, I'm going to use that. I said, go ahead. But
That was funny.
she's definitely going to be calling in. And we were lined up. We got a lot of big guests coming in. And,
Yep.
Yep.
Really big.
In
show.
about a month, we're this close. Like I've been persistent with Tommy Chong's people. We're going to get him on.
That'd be fun.
And
Can we smoke during the show?
sure.
You have to, I think, if he's on.
I want you to ask him if he ever sat next to his. Ask his daughter if we get her on the phone. If she ever sat next to her father and got a contact eye, that'd be funny. But we're very, very close because he's got something to promote. Steve Austin,
Cool.
Stone Cold. I'm working on that. Working hard to get the people on here to up our game. But we might have some good news. New
That's the
number?
best
He called
one.
the old one. Does he have the new number? Oh, okay. Yeah, we changed it, Pasquale.
Sorry.
We'll let you know when we
Call the
open
old
phone
number. Gives you the
lines.
new one.
Call Ed's
Auto body.
Big Ed's barbecue.
He'll be back.
So tell me about was you just got fed up and you decided to post a picture of the
I
dog.
got to be honest. I'm so sick and tired of listening to people.
I agree.
Talk about who's kneeling during the anthem, who's standing.
It
during
really
the,
is an epidemic proportions how they're carrying on.
It's not. You know what? I want to watch football. I don't care about what's going on before the game. Don't show the anthem on TV.
How about all the people burning all the Steelers clothing?
Yeah, that's a
and
sad day.
Well, they were
for us.
burning
Memorabilia.
bear stuff too before
Yeah,
that.
true.
How do you feel about it? Because we're Steeler fans. I'm a little dismayed, but
Would you burn?
It's not just
your-
the Steelers.
your
It's
stuff?
all the teams.
no, but they
Yeah.
stood in the locker room. But according to what was
I'd rather them
said,
stand. I'd rather them stay in the locker room than come in front and kneel down.
I agree.
well, you know, but that's what they're trying. See, I don't know if it was just a slight or they're saying, well, that's why we didn't want to come out. I think they're
It
spinning it,
seems
now.
like they were making.
No,
it
that
a
was the plan.
point.
Was to not to come
Right.
out instead. Instead of kneeling and
But
pissing people
it
off,
wind up making
they
people
wanted to
think-
protest and stay inside. But Villanueva, as a veteran and Army
I'm
Ranger,
glad he did that.
Came
Yeah.
out. But you know something? Yes and no, because
He made them
he's a
look
part
bad.
of the team, right?
Right.
You're supposed to be with your team and your teammates. I know that was his team.
But he's an Army
beforehand.
Ranger. That's why.
Right, and
Yeah.
that was his team before he went on the Steelers. However, you're with them now. You're supposed to follow it. And I get why Tomlin was upset, but I also see why Villanueva
But
did
you
it.
see, I don't think.
And
he
I
should-
respect what he did for
Let
I
me
don't
tell
think
you,
he should-
Tomlin thought he was Sweden, and he turned out to be the biggest goat of them all.
But I don't think he should have apologized for something he did because he made a decision and then he backtracked.
Well,
so if you're
Yeah,
gonna
then
do
he's like,
something,
I feel
do it
bad for what I
and,
did.
and with no
He
regrets.
felt, yeah, but the
Yeah,
reason he
I-
felt bad is because he disappointed his team
Well,
by
of
not
course.
sticking.
Everybody has a right to protest, but
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
do it in the
but-
right circumstances. If you want to protest, have a press conference, protest all you want.
Yeah.
Say what you want to do. It's like when people get awards at like an Oscar. They have to make a political statement. No, say thank you very much. Thank you. You want to thank and get the fuck off the
Exactly.
stage.
I get what you're saying, Dave, but how could you not, as a soldier, you know, as his teammates, they should say, listen, we understand because you served your country, so we'll give you a pass.
Yeah, but you're talking about a generation that really doesn't choose to serve.
Right.
Yeah, and they don't understand what it
They don't
meant to
understand what it
sacrifice.
means to Right.
To watch people around you
Sacrifice
get
means the
killed.
Wi-Fi was out for the night.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's right. That they don't.
It's a
I don't think-
generation
yeah.
that we're given participation trophies and can't handle losing.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
Instant gratification.
Yeah.
If you don't, if they lose,
And
look,
you know, so-
they're
and-
going berserk.
And I feel bad because it's not even all their fault.
I feel
No.
bad
No, they've
because
been led and
Their parents
brainwashed.
have let
They
them
don't even
down
know.
for so long.
Well, you know what it is? I feel bad more because they're cultivating a soft society.
Yeah.
You know, we got hurt or something happened to us. Don't worry about it.
We got laughed at.
Yeah, you know, my
Yeah.
father said put a
Rub some
Band-Aid
dirt
in
on
to
it.
get back in the game. And
Yeah, rub
if
some
you
dirt on
lost-
it and get back in there.
You know what my mother used to try and torture me with as a child? Methylate when you get a cut. Remember that stuff?
What is that?
The red.
The mercurochrome.
The iodine. Yeah.
That stuff that'll just burn the hell out of you.
Yeah.
My mom thought it was funny because she goes, yeah, it hurts, right? That means it's healing. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cleaning out the dirt. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's like you go to a concert and people have to make a political statement. No, we came here to hear your hits. We don't care about your fucking politics.
Well, that's the whole
Right.
thing
Yeah.
where what's his name took a left turn. Bruce
Springsteen?
Springsteen.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of a
Goddamn
concert now, it's
communist.
like a forum.
You go into a preaching
Even the award shows now. Everybody on
Well,
what was the one they just had on? Everybody
The
that came up
Grammys.
had to make
Yeah,
a
the
shot.
Grammys. Everybody
Emmys.
had to make a statement.
They had to take a
Emmys.
shot
Emmys.
at Trump or whatever. Just go up there, accept your award. You're a
Exactly.
talented person.
Exactly.
You earned your reward. Now get out.
You're getting paid millions of dollars. Shut the fuck up. Say thank you. Get off the stage.
Exactly. You know.
Yeah,
Is
it's-
anybody
it's not- have a press
commenting?
conference? Have a press conference.
We can say hi to Steve's listening. Angie.
Steve Venus?
Kelly. Howard.
You're beautiful.
Hello, Kelly. Hello, Howard.
Pasquino. Pasquale.
Howard.
Pasquale?
Pasquale. No, I'm kidding.
Is,
and Dom, of course, and Steve.
Steve Keller, Renus.
Yes.
Getting ready for our extra special guest tonight. He's a rock icon. Be joining us in about 10 minutes or so. Right now, we're going to go to Big Ed and his Way the F Out There news.
Hey
He's got a
there.
story for you.
Oh boy.
Raunchy ride. Police hunting for man who publicly fondled himself on the subway. NYPD cops are searching for a perv who pleasured himself in front of a woman on a Manhattan-bound A train on August the 30th. The 27-year-old victim told police she was riding the Blue Bullet when the creep... She was riding the Blue Bullet. He didn't sound like a creep to me.
Was it called Trojan Bullet? No, I'm kidding.
The blue balls.
Yeah, right.
When the creep who positioned himself near her seat was mumbling incoherently while masturbating over his clothes as the train approached the Hoyt-Sherman-Horn station at 11:15 a.m. She did the best to ignore him by paying him all kinds of attention. But the suspect bolted out of his seat and started to sing an old disco song called Spank by Jimmy Bo Horn.
Nice.
Spank.
I know what he was mumbling. He was going, "Here's where I get off."
Everyone who was present on the train were thoroughly disgusted and immediately contacted police. He then switched gears and proceeded to skip up and down the subway car singing Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Wow. Is he related to Skippy? No. I'm kidding.
Maybe Jimmy Cagney.
That's Jackie Martlin's parody.
Oh
Yank
my
my
God.
doodle, it's a dandy.
It's a dandy.
She then got off the J Street Metro Tech station and the jerk stayed on, authorities said. She managed to snap a photo of the man who was approximately 55 years old, 5'6" and 230 pounds.
Have you seen this penis?
Oh my God.
People said the matter is under investigation and no arrests have been made as of yet.
Who was the man? Well, I don't know, but he was a real dick.
He was Ed, you did a bang-up job on that today.
Apparently nobody was a real dick because they can't find him.
They can't find him.
That's funny.
All right, Gisella, what do you got for our inquiring minds tonight?
Inquiring minds. All right. Which one should I do
Do you have
first?
Pop 6 too or no?
No, I have the riddle.
All right, we'll hold off on them till the
Riddle
10
me
o'clock
this,
hour.
I have
Go
the
ahead.
riddle. Okay, so inquiring minds.
Okay.
What scene from movies scarred you for life?
Scarred me?
And if not, why
Yeah.
not? Why not?
What scene?
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell you that one right away.
What?
Go ahead.
When I was like 7, my mom took me to see a double feature. It was Saturday Night Fever and a movie called Short Eyes.
Short Eyes, I never heard
It
of
was
that.
about a child molester who goes to jail. And
Short
he gets,
Eyes?
Oh, yeah. They abused this poor guy and they cut his throat at the end.
I mean, this poor guy, he deserved it.
He definitely deserved it. But I shouldn't have had to see it as a
He
7-year-old.
just meant he doesn't have the money.
It's too young for 7-year-olds.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't know.
And, oh, by the way, my dad was in jail at the time, so all I could think of people are cutting everybody's heads off in jail. They're getting raped. Not what you teach a 7-year-old.
Yeah, that would scar
just
7-year-old.
saying.
Yeah.
I don't know about scarring.
I've never got
burned in my
It
brain to
doesn't-
this
it
day.
doesn't
Not
have to be-
scarred, but I would be turned off by a
Yeah,
lot
it could
of.
have left you a bad impression.
I am scarred
or
for
that,
life from that.
You know.
I always looked at things technically. Well, that's a great effect. How'd they do that? I never looked at things
Not
like
even
that.
like I would have to say like Deliverance with the whole squeal like a pig thing. That's
Right.
I don't want to see that on TV. Even though I know that's you know.
I never got scarred from a movie. I remember one time I was at a movie where it was a real action movie, and this woman brought a baby into the movie theater, and the baby's crying through the whole movie. The baby was like getting scared. It was loud. There's bombs going off and stuff. And she brought this little baby. So that baby was scarred. That's for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably Deliverance because it turned me off about the whole. I won't watch Brokeback Mountain to see that scene.
Right.
I just don't want to.
Yeah, I can't watch that either.
You know. So.
What about you, Ed?
You, Ed.
Your wedding
It's-
video.
It had to be
Well, yeah,
disco
that's
duck.
scarred.
Wedding video
from Cove Haven.
That was a terrible video. And then that one where Kathy Bates was naked.
Which
that
one was that?
What was
Was
that?
that?
Misery? Or
Oh, with
whatever.
James
she wasn't
Caan?
naked in Misery.
Well, there was one of them she was naked in.
It wasn't Misery.
Was that the one where she held James Caan captive?
No, that's Misery. No, she
That's
wasn't.
Misery.
She wasn't naked in that.
No, she was
Yeah,
naked.
she
That would be
was,
Misery, though.
in my mind.
What producer was stupid enough to make her get naked?
I don't know.
It wasn't Misery, though.
I know that scarred me, though.
Let's check Mr. Skin and see.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie! I know what movie he's on. The one with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
In the bathtub.
Really?
Yeah. She's in the movie about Schmidt.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ew, she was older then too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that
wow.
wasn't. You see, it just kind of like blocked out like I've ever seen that.
Said, I could add
So
that
that's
now to
kinda
my list.
scarring.
Now.
You could add that to your list.
I've never been scarred, but I think I was scarred by that
Yeah.
visual.
I would say.
And The Godfather 3 was so horrible. That was kind of scarring.
Yeah.
Really?
Disappointing. Yeah.
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 I would say as a female, every single Disney like princess movie, because it just disillusioned that there's happy endings and like love stories exist.
plenty
And that
of
kind of
happy
scars every
Yeah, I
woman
go to
for
every
life.
time I go to a Korean massage parlor, I get a happy ending.
all
Yeah.
the time.
I
Why
would
are you
say
under the
so.
impression that they're supposed to be real?
Yeah, as
The
a
girls
little
abroad,
as
yeah.
a little girl, you're watching it and you
That my
you
prince will
assume
come.
right, your prince will come and
Well, if you look like
You're gonna have-
Jasmine, he will.
And you wake
Yeah.
up and you have to go work at
what
Kmart.
happens if you look like me?
You got Carlo.
Waiter.
Yeah, look at me. The Beauty
You got
and the
Carlo.
Beast.
You're on Animal House Radio. What more do you
Right.
want?
She's right, though. Girls are brainwashed
right.
at a very young
We're
age.
brainwashed and
But I don't know if you're scarred for it.
Well-
and you're disappointed.
Well,
in
that's the same thing she's saying.
it's the same
You
thing.
know?
I mean, every single Disney show, it's always an orphan child, and it always has a stepmother. There's always some kind of death involved and like a scandal. It's
Gene,
like
keep
weird.
an eye on that radio, on that
know?
the phone line.
And Cinderella with the slipper missing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You just narrow it down to that size people. The people have that size foot.
Right.
You don't have to go through the
What's
whole
the
village.
next one?
Yeah.
Question.
Okay, so the next one. If you were arrested with no explanation at all, what would your friends or family assume that you had done?
That's easy for me.
Murder.
The only thing I've ever done illegal was smoke pot. So they would think I got arrested for pot.
Dave's not here, man.
That's the only thing I could think of. I've never been arrested for anything else.
Wow.
What about
Dave?
you, Dave? Ooh. Now remember, this is what your friends think you did, not what you think.
Not
It
what you
depends
did.
on which friends, though.
Well,
your
your
closest
buddies,
friends.
your buddies from school or from the army.
Closest
or-
friends. Close friend, your family, people like that. People that are close to you. What would they think you got arrested for without knowing? Their opinion.
I was duped by an underage girl at the bar.
There you go. There you go. That would do it.
Hawaiian chick.
Allegedly.
Hawaiian-
Hawaiian chick bite me on the ass.
Her denture's still in your ass.
Hey, what about
That
you?
girl from
Easy
Bananas.
murder.
Murder for your
My
ex-wife?
my friends would think I killed somebody.
You were chopped. Ed Ruffalo starring in that new movie, Chopping Mall Part 2. With me? It would
Yeah.
definitely have to be a Ponzi scheme or some kind of like con, like where
Carrying a BB gun.
carrying a BB gun, something of the very larcenous, felonious nature.
And for
Were
me,
you Craig Carton?
Yeah, right? Exactly.
it would be road rage. People would think I
Oh, Paul has that too.
Road
Paul,
rage.
Paul, you have no tolerance when
I have road rage.
Road rage.
Oh no, that's what
Yeah.
I love.
I would
people.
get arrested for
I
that.
love people. When I'm driving, I hate everybody.
I know.
I hate everybody. Get out of my way. Move
I
over.
turn, like if I was a guy, I would be in so much trouble.
I can't believe this thing. What was that thing we were going up north to the Brownstone? It was like a split.
The road splits. There's still 3 lanes. No lanes combining. Just split, and everybody's stopping. I'm going. You got to be kidding me.
Well, you were in the car with me, remember?
Yeah.
We were coming home, and this guy was driving like in and out, in and out,
All
in and
over
out.
the place,
And
right.
I was getting
Sounds
mad.
like me.
So he's like, stay away from him, but I can't. I have to go in front of that fucking asshole. So I'm driving really fast now, probably doing 90 to go in front of the guy. He's yelling, "What are you doing? Get it!" I don't want to get hit. I'd rather be in front of the guy.
Yeah,
than
I'd
behind
rather
him.
keep him behind you. I get that.
Who won't sit in traffic?
So yeah, so he agreed with me. He didn't. And I was like, no, I gotta do what I gotta do. Get the hell out of here. But if I was a guy, I probably would go, one step further, cut him off. I mean, the worst thing I did, which I won't ever do again, was this guy cut me off in Staten Island.
Right.
And I got really upset because I beeped him, and I had a big, Mercury Mountaineer truck. So now I take my car and I literally go in front of him. I stop the car at an angle right in front of him, put it in park. I get out of the car and I just start yelling at the idiot. It was
that could also be me too, getting into a fight, because I'm like, I snap on the littlest thing will set me off. Like I almost got arrested over
tote bag?
Getting gas.
Oh, my mother's listening. Sure, you have to listen at that story. No.
I told the guy debit or credit or something, and he didn't do it the right way, and then I was like, I don't have to, or something, and he had to call the cop. He was gonna waffle this son of a bitch like there's no.
Like when you tell him you need $8 worth of gas, and at about 5, he said, "No, I said I need $8 worth of gas. All I have is $1 on me."
Yeah, right.
When you waffle somebody, you put syrup on him.
Yeah, well, he's gonna get syrup on him, all right.
My last inquiring mind question is: what landmark from your childhood was destroyed, and what is put in its place?
Okay, growing up on Long Island, I grew up in Levittown, Long Island, but next to town over, East Meadow had a big giant roller rink. I missed it, roller rink, and there was a place next to it called Jan's that had all these ice creams.
That was an ice cream parlor.
Yep.
Yeah, it had the thing called the kitchen sink. The thing was like this big. It was gigantic.
Really?
Enough for a whole table.
I mean, my aunt got me like a fountain soda. My sister and I had to stand on a chair with a straw to drink. That's how big those things were.
They were great. They're gone. Those Jan's is gone. They're still down in Florida. There's one down in Florida.
Yeah, right.
What about you, Dave? Landmark? I wouldn't say a landmark.
Like someplace maybe that you used to even hang out with your buddies, and it gotten, it could be a park or something, or a candy store.
A lot of things when I was a kid, they kept changing and moving things around, so I never got to hold on to one thing for that long.
No.
I was like, oh my God, that's gone now. I was like, oh, that's gone. Let's see where we're going to go next.
See, you couldn't hold on to anything that long, but yet the guy in the subway, he held on for a long time.
Yeah, he held on for
long time.
I don't even know if he finished.
What about you, Ed?
Carlo may even remember this because we both grew up in Newark.
Right.
There was a church called St. James Church. Used to have a high steeple. I mean, you could see this from pretty much anywhere. And eventually the church got too old. They had to knock it down, and they still put another church in its place,
small.
but it was a lot smaller.
Wow.
And
Let me know when they're up, Gene. All right, it's 9:44. Joining us live on the air right now. We've been waiting for this interview all week. We are so excited here on the network. Everybody's been buzzing about it. It's not very often we get to talk to a rock icon. Joining us live on the air. In 1981, this young man hit the scene, and he'd never looked back since. Please welcome for the first time on the Animal House Radio Show, Mr. Rick Springfield.
Yeah. That's a good title for a song. It's a good title for a song. Never Look Back.
Yeah.
Never Look Back.
It's not, you deserve a lot more,
Oh my
Rick.
God,
Thank
you
you
really
so
do.
much.
Well, the interview has to be downhill from here, right?
No, we have fun. We have fun.
Nothing you could do could be downhill.
We keep it light and fun.
Rick, I got to tell you, I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the courtesy that you extended us Saturday. I have to tell you, I haven't enjoyed a concert like that in so many years, and I'm a big heavy metal guy, and I was just blown away by your performance because your voice.
Oh, cool. Well, I like heavier bands, and my band and I, when we play, at full tilt. So I appreciate that.
It is, and your voice is. I felt like I was back in the '80s, and I have to tell you, I have to give you a compliment. Your drummer is a beast.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's a monster. I'm just actually right now writing out we have a new album coming out in February called The Snake King, and I'm writing out the credits, and he did every single track first take. He's just an absolute monster.
Oh, that's great.
You couldn't be sweeter to us backstage, and they don't, you know what, and I'm say this with all sincerity, they don't make guys like you anymore. You're still humble, and with all the adversity that you've been through, and you shown through, and I know you're...
I'm only humble because I'm so awesome.
You know what, I'm not going to...
And he's honest too.
I mean, I don't know. It's a job, and I'm very happy that I'm, doing something that I love to do. And if it wasn't for fans and people showing up, I'd be sitting, twiddling my thumbs. So I used to think it was all about when you first hit, you think it's about you, but after you've been there for a while, you realize it's actually really about the audience and the people that listen.
And like I said, it brought back so many memories, and I don't know how you do it. You were bouncing around. You brought the kids up on stage.
My favorite part with that little boy Jake.
Oh
my God. He was so freaking cute. What's your name? Jake. How old are you? Jake.
It was great, and
I know that's actually one of my favorite parts of the show. It doesn't always happen because sometimes we play, places where it's over 21. But when kids show up, it kind of adds to the show for sure.
And it's smart too because you're bringing the young audience to that too.
Absolutely.
You're cultivating a new audience.
Dude, if you get up on stage, you're a lifelong fan, whether you like the music or not.
Exactly.
You know what? It's funny. We got to the Tropicana early, and I went downstairs to pick up my tickets, and there was these young ladies there, and I mean they were asking everybody that walked away, do you have any extra tickets? And these ladies were willing to sell their children to get tickets. I had to laugh at it. It was just so funny.
That's the children they sold. They were on stage. They sold them.
Well, that's when you say, well, how much you willing to pay?
I mean, I can't take anything less than $5,000 a ticket.
And
absolutely.
Just the energy in the room was phenomenal. But I got to say, Rick, I read your book. I just recently picked it up. It was late at night, and I'll tell you what, it's just a phenomenal book. It's like a roller coaster ride. You go from one emotion to the next. As much as it's sort of a dark story, it speaks of success. But when you look at it, it's really a love story.
Thank you for saying that. It's a love story to my wife. Exactly what it is.
Right.
I was just thoroughly in.
That's great. I mean, I suffer from depression. I still do. I've always had it all through my life, and I didn't know you weren't necessarily supposed to tell the truth in autobiographies because I never read one. But I just laid it all out. I said, this is my life, and this is the path it took, and some of it was good, and some of it was bad, and it's kind of warts and all. But yeah, it is. That's what I felt too. That we've been married for 32 years now, and it's a rare occurrence, and especially in my field. And I owe it absolutely all to her.
Yeah, I have a question, Rick. This is Paul. I know that you were doing music way before you got acting, but you fell into the soap opera and got famous as an actor first. But I mean, how'd that happen? Because you were a musician. How'd you fall into that?
I have no idea. It was just one of those serendipitous things. It's a double-edged sword, really. You still. I mean, when I've been playing guitar since I was 13, and I'd actually had hits with a band in Australia before I came here because I'm Australian originally. Right. And I had hits in a band in Australia, and I had one hit when I came over here in '72, and then nothing really happened for a long time, and I got a record deal at the same time I landed this role on General Hospital, and I thought, no one watches General Hospital. It will have no bearing on my music career. Right. It's just a bunch of, blue-haired ladies ironing. But it happened to be, seriously, it happened to be, the summer that it became kind of the hottest show on TV.
Yeah.
And there's never been a soap opera with that audience that General Hospital had through those few years, and I just happened to stumble onto it. I mean, it was no great game plan or anything, but certainly, when you're on TV, you're suddenly known really fast. I mean, it was before MTV, so I mean, you had to have 3 or 4 albums before people recognized you at the airport.
Right.
But, one album and that soap opera, and I was getting recognized all the time, so I realized the power of that show.
Hey, Rick,
the exposure of it, a daily TV show, you're going to people's houses every day. It's big.
Well, barring the TV show.
Just before MTV, when, we all got up and posed and did stupid shit for MTV.
Hey, Rick, isn't it amazing how, besides the fact that you had the soap opera going, you like you said, you used to have to sell 3 or 4 records before you're recognized. Years ago, you used to have to sell records to tour. Nowadays, it's the opposite.
It's a very visual medium now. I mean, the music industry's changed dramatically. I mean, Jesse's Girl was actually picked by DJs. The record company wasn't going to release it, but it was back when, DJs could play whatever they wanted, and they heard this song, and they liked it, and they started playing it, and got a lot of phones, and they actually called up the record company and said, you should release this as a single. So I owe the people with ears that found that song.
Yeah,
that's my wife's favorite song. It really is my wife's favorite song. She loves it.
Well, my decade was the 80s, and you can make a case, everybody can make a case for their favorite decade. The 80s for me musically was phenomenal. It was the birth of MTV. There was just something special about that decade and about the music.
It was the start, like the 60s was kind of the start of, the adventurism in music, and, really fashion and everything involved in it. The 80s was that again with MTV and you know, and great hooks. I mean, all the songs had amazing hooks.
Yeah.
It was a great decade for
and
music.
And plus, you had videos that gave it a visual to it too.
Right now, it's even more.
I don't think the visuals helped you though. So.
Hey, Rick, I gotta tell you something. There was 3 songs that you played Saturday night. One of them was "Down," phenomenal song.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stop playing it. And then you played did a cover of Katy Perry's "Roar." I hated the song.
But when you
now
sang
after I hear it, now your version is now my favorite. I love it. I would have never played it in the car. No offense to Katy Perry.
I know we probably should have did that, but I just like the song as a pop writer. I love
great lyrics.
That song. I thought it was had a great hook and had a good message, and
it's perfect for you. And then the other one, I swear to God, when you started playing it, I thought Black Sabbath was in the room. Jesus Saves White Trash.
Jesus Saves White Trash. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so heavy. My chest was thumping from the.
Yeah, I mean, through I think my best albums have actually been the ones after the '80s, and Shock, Denial, Anger, Acceptance that Jesus Saves White Trash is from is a lot of really hardcore fans' favorite record.
Right.
Because it's got a lot of anger and a lot of all the good stuff in it.
Yeah, and I like the way you please don't get the wrong idea when I sing this.
Well, you should read some of the letters, I guess.
I can imagine the hate groups that must be like.
But it's good though. You're doing a variety.
Yeah,
you
wait till the Snake King comes out. It's gonna double, triple, and quadruple.
I am good. Rick, over the years, when it came to your writing process for music, was it so? Did you get the guys in the room and say, "Hey, let's shoot these riffs out," and or did you actually sit down and say, "I got it," or did it just come to you? How did it?
Yeah, no, I usually write by myself. I mean. The last 3 albums before this one, I wrote with my friend Matt Bissonette, but I've always written by myself, and I've always done real extensive demos, and did the drums, bass, and guitars, and harmonies, and everything. So it's always been very structured stuff. But what the individual musician brings to the session is what I look for. I mean, I'm not like, oh no, you got to play it this way.
Right.
If they come up with something better, I'm on board totally.
Yeah.
Hey Rick, it's Ed Ruffalo here. I got to tell you, I've been a fan of yours since I was like 15 years old, and one of my favorite shows in the world was Californication.
Love that.
And when you came on the show, you blew my mind. Playing yourself the way you played yourself on that part was phenomenal. Made the show 10 times better than it already was.
I know. I had to defend. Friends had to defend me, saying, "No, that's not really Rick. That's part they wrote using Rick Springfield's name."
I always wondered.
I didn't know Rick did blow.
I always wondered, were you more like the guy in General Hospital or the guy from Californication?
I think it's more like the guy on stage.
No, nobody's like the guy in General Hospital. No, I'm probably a mix of both. But the Californication thing. I mean, when I signed on, I knew what the show was about. I said, don't pull any punches. Do whatever you want with the character, and they did.
You were phenomenal in that show. I loved it.
He's one of the rare artists that everything and even though despite he's had a lot of uphill battles in his life, everything he touches turns to gold, and that's because he's a talented individual.
And his heart's in it. And his heart is in it.
He sings with passion. He sang Saturday night, and I like I said, I'm still reeling over it.
It was really nice. We did the meet and greet, and we were online with other fans, and the fans seen you many, many times, and they were actually, coming over to us. Have you seen him before in person? I said, no, it's my first time. Well, he's very personable. He's very nice, and you have such a great reputation, and it was really great meeting you.
It becomes a kind of a united front, I mean, of like individuals. I mean, it becomes more than a fan thing. It becomes a kind of a united front where, we think we're, making people feel good and the right, and I talk about stuff on stage. I don't just bullshit. I mean, I do talk about some real stuff, and I mean, it's a great arena to be in with those people.
Right.
Yeah. She made fun of me, Rick, because I got a little teary-eyed, but you don't understand
He had tears in his eyes, and I was looking at the audience, it was funny.
That's because you haven't come from the 80s. The 80s music.
I'm the young one.
And I'm defending my decade because
funny.
Yeah.
You know, I understand.
That's a good title too. Defending my
Memories
decade.
are powerful. Memories are very powerful.
And it got me through your music as well as a lot of the music from the 80s. And I said this to you, got me through the best and the worst of times in my life.
But to give you a compliment, he did cry for Don Rickles, so that was one of his legends.
Because I'm
so
a
he
comedian.
cried again for you.
I'm a comedian by trade.
Well, I cried for Don Rickles too.
There you go.
Well, that's what I
Like
said.
a man.
It's like an actor getting to meet Robert De Niro or Marlon Brando. You know,
when they bring a character that is real, I mean, you know, that's all the great actors. They use what is in them. You know, they're using part of them based on what the character and the story is. So, and that's definitely Don Rickles because he was a beautiful guy. I know.
Absolutely.
He was a friend of mine. He was a sweetheart.
That's
Muscle Beach Party was
one of a
great.
kind, just like yourself. Hey, Rick, I got to ask you, musically, who was your influences early on before the 80s? Like,
I mean, originally, like, you know, Rodgers and Hammerstein, the Broadway writers, because that's what I first heard from my parents was, you know, South Pacific and
oh wow,
all that, you know, where the writers were king. I mean, that was Rodgers and Hammerstein with the star. It wasn't the singers; it was the writers, and I saw that. And then, you know, the Beatles came along, and
that changed everything.
Every teenager went, "Hey, I can do that."
Yeah, exactly. I took my accordion out of the closet after the Beatles came out. Really,
Giselle, you had some.
Yeah, we want to ask him. We ask you some fun questions, some nice, light, fun questions. All right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Gisela.
This is Gisella. Okay, here you go. You're at
If
home.
you could kill someone, who would you kill?
Yeah, well,
That's one of the questions. Yes.
Okay, so who would that be? Carlo Bellario. No, I'm kidding. Okay, you're at home watching TV late at night. What's your snack choice?
Yeah.
What's your favorite
First
snack
of all,
food choice?
I can't watch TV because I have ADD and I'm like I can't sit still long enough to watch a TV show, which is a real drag.
Oh wow!
But yeah, what's my favorite snack?
Yeah. What's your go-to snack at night when you're watching TV?
It's coconut ice cream.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is good.
Chocolate-covered coconut ice cream. That's my and a beer.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like an aristocratic thing. I can't afford coconut ice cream.
That's funny.
I never heard that one. That's a great answer. I never
Well,
heard
my
that
son,
one.
my son's allergic to milk, so coconut ice cream would be something he would have.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you the brand. It's the most amazing ice cream. You will not know that there is no milk in it.
What is it?
And I will plug these people. It's Luna and Larry's Organic Coconut Bliss.
I love it.
Oh wow, just the word bliss, I'm hooked.
And salted caramel.
Wow.
It's the greatest. He won't miss milk at all.
Yeah,
Trust
this poor
me,
kid
amazing.
he has no idea. Like,
Well, my
he can't
daughter's
have milk.
lactose tolerant, so that'd be good for her, right?
Yeah, her as well. Yeah.
Well, I haven't eaten dairy for about like 5-10 years.
Wow.
Good for you.
Oh wow, good for you. Yeah.
But
for
it's
you,
great.
dairy.
It's amazing. The ice
Yeah.
cream's amazing.
What's your next question?
Okay. He doesn't watch TV, so we're going to leave that out. What landmark from your childhood was destroyed, and what was put in its place?
Wow.
That's a hard
What
one.
landmark? Elvis, and what was put in its place? Elvis and Elvis imitators or something.
Best answer.
It's a lot of those.
Great.
And here's a fun one. If you were arrested with no explanation at all, what would your friends and family?
Well, I have been arrested several times, so yeah.
But if you would,
Haven't we all?
If this was a recent arrest, right? What would your family
Yeah.
assume that you had done or your friend?
Wow.
Stolen coconut ice
Well, I
cream.
wouldn't be driving and drinking because I've already got a DUI and I'm sworn off ever doing that again. So,
Theft of coconut ice cream.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Eating too much. I don't know.
Mine would be road rage.
I don't really have an answer for that. I don't know.
I got a good one. What's your favorite?
They'd assume it was a mistaken identity.
I got a good one for Rick. What's your favorite movie of all time?
He doesn't watch TV.
Probably
does he?
2001.
2001. That's a good one. Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey.
Yeah, that's a
Stanley
great
Kubrick's
movie.
my favorite director, and I've seen that movie about probably 20 times,
That's a
and
great
it's
movie.
always new to me. It's the most amazing. When I first saw it, I thought it was like the dumbest movie I'd ever seen. It's so slow, and who would sit and watch this for 2 hours?
Right.
But as I've watched it over the years, it's so deep and so brilliant.
Yeah, it's
that
got-
I would have to say that's my favorite movie.
Yeah, it's got so many meanings on
It's kind of
different
like saying your
levels.
favorite song. You can't really pick it.
Well, you're a big sci-fi fan too, right? Star Wars.
Yeah, well, I've always read sci-fi as a kid, but Star Wars is kind of the big sci-fi thing. But I collect toys. I was always been a big toy fan.
Yeah, I get yelled at for that because my garage is getting overrun.
my
with
goodness.
Carlo's got toys everywhere.
All right, fellow nerd.
I have a silly question since it was my first concert that I seen of yours. Do you always?
Wait, these aren't all silly questions?
Yes, this is more silly. Do you always break the roses and why?
Say that again?
When people give you roses, do you always break them, and why?
When
that
they-
was kind
when
of
they
cool,
hand you
but
the
I was
roses.
shocked.
It kind of started. I was playing a guitar up on the stage, and a fan was trying to shove roses in my hand. I said, I looked at it and said, I'm playing. I don't have a third hand. So I grabbed them and smacked them against my guitar, and
Damn thorn.
And I've been getting roses ever since.
Oh my god! I was so shocked. I go, oh my god! At first, I'm like, how nice, you got roses. Then all of a sudden,
Maybe
oh
you should smash $100 bills on your guitar.
He said, I don't have a third hand, but I have a third leg.
but it looked cool. The effect of it was really cool. So you got it down pat.
Yeah, it was just one of those things that comes from just playing.
So right now,
but people do bring roses for sure.
So right now you're on tour. The people still love you. There was women crying and screaming for you Saturday night.
A lot of cougars.
So were you, Carlo? You were crying too.
And Carlo.
Women, Carlo, twins.
Tell 30 million people that. That's what I need them to hear. That's what I need them
You're
to hear.
sensitive. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I am, and because
You big galoot.
it was a big deal for me because he was somebody that I look up to and I admire. What's next for you besides touring? You got the album coming out in February. Do you want to get back into movies?
Yeah, we're looking very seriously at. I just did an episode of American Horror Story.
Oh, cool!
Nice.
And we're looking to do a lot more. I want to do a lot more acting and a lot more writing, both in the book side and also on the song side.
Very good.
Yeah, I thought you did a very good job on Ricky and the Flash. Were you? Was it a little nervous for you being around Meryl Streep and she's like considered a Hollywood?
Yeah, but she's so great. She makes everybody feel at home. An amazing actor and a great human being. And it was, she knew everyone would have the Meryl Streep moment of, oh my God, it's Meryl Streep. And she knows how to handle that. Actually, when I did the audition, I got up on the mic because they had a band set up, and I got up on the mic and said, I'm about to jam with Meryl Streep. And she got up on the mic and said, I'm about to jam with Rick Springfield. So it kind of, the ice disappeared right there.
Well, you were in your comfort zone because you were pretty much playing a musician, which
And
is
you made the move.
right. So I mean, Rick, I wanted to thank you again for taking the time with us. When the album drops in February, please consider yourself a member of the family if you want to come on and promote anything. On behalf of us here at Armed Forces Radio, they love you. The troops love you. Before we let you go, could you do us one small favor?
My dad was a lifer in the Australian Army, so I'm committed. I was actually in Vietnam from 1968 to 69 playing for the American troops, so I am committed.
So that means you smoked a lot of hash.
Yeah, they all did back then. That was all you could do. We'd befriend GIs, and you go to their hooches, and they would play the Doors and Hendrix, and you'd whip out the doobie. I mean, that's how you survived over there.
You're exactly right.
It is. It really is. And like I said, it was an honor to have you on the show. Before we let you go, can we get you to do a station ID for us here?
Absolutely. I work better if I have lines. So,
Let's get his sides ready.
Who's the guy? It's what? Rick what?
All right, this week
so
you're
it's
Rick Springfield.
And what? Okay, let's try it. Hey, it's Rick Springfield, and you're listening to the Animal House Radio Show.
Nice! Bro, there we go.
I like the outtakes, too. They were funny.
I like Mr. Springfield.
Yeah, I know. They're good. You should use those.
I will. Listen, in all seriousness, Rick, thank you on behalf of us and the troop. Whatever you need, please call upon
And
us.
of course, my mom.
And we next time you're in the area, definitely going to come out and check you out. You're loved by so many, and I love the fact that you show no signs of slowing down. And thank you for Saturday night again.
And don't be depressed. You're a great person.
Absolutely.
Bless you for that.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rick Springfield, everybody.
All right.
All right, it's 10 after 10. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more. Don't go away. This is the Animal House Radio Show.
All right.
All right, we're back.
Thank you, Rick Springfield.
Thank you. That was an amazing interview. And we'll get him back in February when the Snake King comes out. We'll look forward to having him back on.
Yeah.
And I know he'll love to come back on again.
Great person.
Right now, Paul, we're going to do your Tornado Alley. What's the list that you got for us today?
Okay, the top 8 best-selling live albums. This is by sales. Top 8 best-selling.
You always throw the monkey
Wait,
wrench in.
best-selling of all time or just
best-selling of all
recent?
time.
Double Live Gonzo, Ted Nugent. What? That's the greatest live album
never
ever.
heard
Go by
of it.
sales. Go by album sales, not by what we like.
Kiss Alive.
Cheap Trick live at Budokan.
No.
Then tear that list up and throw it in the
We're
garbage.
going by sales, not going by a thing.
Thriller.
He said
Thriller. Oh, no,
sales.
that wasn't a live.
Thriller's not in there. Woodstock. Thriller wasn't live. What's that? Woodstock. There is a Woodstock. Woodstock was a live album, but only certain parts were best selling. Like Jimi Hendrix live at Woodstock and Janis Joplin live was. They made albums
How
out
about
of
the
those.
Rolling
Out of those.
Stones?
And they were best, but they weren't in the top.
Kiss
top 8.
Alive 3.
No, I'm surprised that wasn't
Rolling
either.
Stones.
Come on, dude.
No
Where
Rolling
are you
Stones.
getting this list from?
This is from,
Wait a minute. No Cheap Trick live at Budokan. No Double Live Gonzo. No Kiss Alive.
I'm not
3.
saying they didn't sell a lot, but they didn't make the top. Okay, the number one sold 20 times platinum. You know how many albums that is?
A live record. It's
Elvis
probably
or Frank Sinatra?
Elvis is tied in 6th and 7th place.
He had a live.
Live at Leeds.
No,
Blue Suede Shoes.
live at
Jailhouse
via
Rocket.
satellite. That one.
Yes,
he did in
Aloha,
Hawaii. Yeah, okay.
That was number 6, tied with Bob Seger's Live Bullet. They sold 5 times platinum.
Wow.
Those two albums sold 5 times platinum. That's number 6 and 7.
Now, let me ask you a question. Are all the genres basically rock? Or is there some?
Yeah, basically.
Are there some in there we would never expect?
Like Madonna? No, I'm kidding.
Or Britney Spears or something?
No, it's names that you know. I mean, the one album that was number 1 for the longest time
didn't say Frank
is now
Sinatra's not on there?
number 5. Peter Frampton Comes Alive.
Oh, Comes Alive.
That was the
Forgot
number 1
about
for the
Freedom to
longest
Come
time.
Alive.
But
See,
that's,
that should be on there.
That's
Is
number
it?
5.
It's
How about
25.
Beatles? Are they in there?
No Beatles. They didn't do any live albums.
Geez,
These are all live?
These are
you
all
said?
live performance
Wow.
albums.
Oh boy.
Peter Frampton's was 6 times platinum.
The Beach Boys. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Springsteen.
We Are the
Springsteen
World.
is number 2 with the album live 1975 to 1985, 13 times platinum. Number 2.
What about the We Are the World?
No, that wasn't a live album. That's
About
not live, it's a studio album.
Doors? No Doors.
Which one? The Doors? Which one?
I don't know.
Doors
just
had no live
guessing.
albums.
They didn't have a live album?
They had live performances, but not live albums.
They had an album called Absolutely Live, but that wasn't a live. That was a studio album.
Yeah.
Made in Japan. Bert the Chef.
It's not easy. I mean, it's not an easy list. I'll give you another one. Here's number 8. Here's the bottom one, number 8. And this only sold 5 million, but it's not even the other ones.
Don't tell us. Give us a hint. Give us some clues. I don't want to.
It's a group I really didn't like, and it's grunge.
Nirvana. In Europe.
Unplugged from New York.
Unplugged. Okay.
That was number 8. Sold 5 million.
Once you said grunge, I know you don't like Nirvana.
I don't like grunge that much. I mean, I don't mind it.
Listen
But
to
I
that one though. That one you might have enjoyed. The Unplugged album.
yeah, no, it's good. Oh, it's very good. Yeah.
Grunge was the start of ruining this country.
Okay, number 3. Famous guitarist, a lot of bands. He's thinking about retiring real soon. Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton Unplugged, 10 times platinum. Number 3.
No Billy Joel.
No Billy Joel. We only have 2 left.
No
number
Rod
4,
Stewart.
number 1. Number 4, number 1.
Out of West was 1.
Number 4 is a
Elmo and-
crossover country pop.
Elmo and Patsy. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. No.
That's not an album. It's not live.
Okay. Crossover. The Eagles.
Eagles. Number 4 is Eagles Live, 7 times platinum.
Wow.
Number 1.
They were considered a country band when they first started.
Right. Well, they are kind of country, kind of. Number 1 is 20 times platinum. I mean, that's
What? All right. Give us the year it came out.
I don't know
Doesn't
because I'm not. I mean, I'm not. I like the guy, but I'm not a follower.
Led Zeppelin? No. I'm kidding.
No. Led Zeppelin.
Simon and Garfunkel.
No.
Please don't tell me it's Bruno Mars or none of that.
No. It's country and it's country.
Kenny Rogers.
No.
Willie Nelson. No, I'm kidding.
At the Folsom.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks. Double live. 20 times platinum. album.
Wow.
Garth Brooks.
That's the list. I never expected that.
Wow.
You gotta remember, for that short run that he had, he was so huge.
Very big.
You know what? The country thing.
Huge.
The Midwest seems to buy
And the South.
because look at Foxworthy. He has the #1 selling comedy CD of all time.
Right.
And it's that Midwest.
It's a big market.
I don't
It
know.
is
Once
a
you
big
get to
market.
Pennsylvania, all the way across right before you get to California, that's all a big buying public of country. If you drive across country, all you hear is gospel and country.
All right. What are we doing next? The riddle?
Riddle me this.
All right, hold on.
You get all those preachers.
Who's afraid of the big black bat?
You know, I was thinking something when we were talking about how years ago it was good to be on the radio. Isn't radio just regional? Like, you know, like
Yeah.
Z100. I mean, now, of course, it's worldwide, but like,
What is?
like when people wanted to be on the radio years ago, it was just for their area.
Yeah.
But now, if someone's online, it's
No, it's
worldwide.
worldwide, yeah.
Right. So isn't it a bigger market?
It is, yeah. The internet's
It
a
is, but it's
juggernaut.
harder. The problem is radio is a big, like local. It's good for local advertising.
Right.
It's hard for global advertising.
Garth get in on that.
It's like the same thing. Music business was dying, and Michael Jackson came on Thriller, and it gave a whole. It's always sometimes like that.
What's with the buzz?
I think it's from this.
All right.
Is that from this? Where's that from?
A bulldozer
It's from that.
Okay.
There you go.
So here we go. Riddle me this.
No riddles.
Go ahead.
What can you keep after giving it to someone?
Herpes.
Your love.
Herpes. You can keep.
Gangrene.
Yeah, your promise. Your word.
Your word.
Same thing. Promise. Well, a promise and a
Look
word
at
is the
him.
same thing.
Look at him.
Herpes, same thing.
All right.
Lasts forever.
Take away my first letter. Take away my second letter. Then take the rest of my letters. Yet I remain the same. What?
Mailbox.
Close.
An envelope.
Close. Post what?
Post office.
Postman.
Postmortem.
Postmortem.
Postmortem. Ed's wife. Postmortem.
Okay. You guys are smart today.
Well, we had pudding.
You had pudding.
Yeah,
Brain pudding.
No pudding skin, but pudding.
That's right.
Ed's a pillow of the community.
What four-letter word ends in K,
Fuck.
and means the same as intercourse? So you're close.
It means the same thing as intercourse.
It's not fuck. Suck.
That's not intercourse. Intercourse.
Depends
is-
how you do it.
Yeah, but it's not.
Lock. Ends in K.
Bang.
It ends with K.
Knock boot.
Park. I don't know.
You guys give
Duct.
up.
No. So read it again.
What four-letter word ends in K and means the same as intercourse?
Oh, talk.
Very good. Talk.
Talk.
It's talk.
Talk.
It's a talking
I'm talking here.
I'm talking.
Talking over here.
I knew it was
You play with it
Dick.
at night in bed.
dreidel.
You're not allowed to play with it at work. And only
Yeah.
special people are allowed to touch it. What is it?
You play with it at home at night in bed. You can't play with it at work.
My nuts.
And only special people play with it. What?
Only special people are allowed to touch it.
Imagination.
Play with it at night at work.
Special
Play with it at night.
You guys,
Radio,
you guys
alarm
play
clock,
with it every fucking night,
Alarm clock.
morning, day.
Radio.
It's always in your hands.
Radio.
Phone.
I play with that at work all day.
You don't play with the phone.
Oh, you play with your phone.
In the bed? I play with my phone in bed.
I protest that one.
Yeah, I don't play with my phone.
He's protesting.
I either talk or I don't talk or I text. I don't play.
Okay. What's long and hard and has cum in it?
Chocolate eclair. That's been left over for a week.
Cucumber.
Very good. Cucumber.
See, it's the way it's spelled.
Oh, okay. We've naturally,
I'm
our minds
sorry.
go
I'm,
to the dirt.
I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. I'm Sheldon
Our minds go
Cooper.
right to
He
the
is
freaking gutter.
such annoyed.
I'm the Sheldon Cooper of comedy.
Okay. What do men keep in their pants
So you're gay?
that their partner sometimes blows?
Money.
Very good.
Right.
Sure, Gene was right on that.
That's because I don't have any.
That's why I put a tattoo on my
Hey,
penis.
buddy, let's go out to dinner. I'll buy you.
I put a tattoo on my penis of $100
Bring
bill.
your food over to the scale and let's
Watch
get
my-
it weighed up. It's on me.
My wife will only pull $100.
Let's bring your food to the scale and get it weighed up. It's on me.
All right, here we go. I can be cracked and I can be played.
Egg.
I can be told and I can be made.
Story.
I can say it again. I could be
I can be cracked and I can be played. I can be told and I can be made. What am I?
cracked. A joke.
Very good.
Right. I was going to say, is it a story or a joke or
Da
something?
da 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 da
I'm doing good tonight.
da 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 da. Meatballs from Big Brother. No, I'm kidding. He actually won that
Let's do
guy.
the top. Let's do that list there.
Josh.
Just wait on Big Brother. All right, ready? I got one thing for you today. I got the
Only one thing. That's
one
it.
movie thing. That's all I could find. That's all I had time for.
Lights, camera,
sorry.
and action.
Not the first thing.
And
The
I know
second-
Ed's going to jump all over this.
Lights, camera,
Sorry.
action.
Sorry.
Well, don't let him see the list.
Ed, you gotta
No.
jump.
Are we
Ready?
ready?
Yeah, I'm not jumping anywhere.
You jumping
The
all
volume's a little low on this because
This whole building
Well, it's not plugged in, first of all.
No, that's only the charge.
Hello.
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 Three
I'm
Stooges.
looking for an anniversary present. Maybe you could help me.
No. Lady, look.
I'm looking. I'll find.
Oh,
And when I find,
Hot
I'll
Stuff.
call you. Don't be so nervous and don't be in a hurry.
Who's in that? I don't know.
Hot Stuff, Jerry Reed and Dom
If it's a
DeLuise.
Westinghouse, that's for sure.
We can't sell you that.
What do you mean you can't sell me that?
Well, you see, we don't
She
sell, we
doesn't sell.
buy.
She doesn't sell, she
doesn't sell,
buys.
she buys.
I haven't seen that movie in a long
How much
time.
What are you, a Meshuggah?
$150.
What are you, a Meshuggah? He's a Meshuggah.
Price, $150.
You're a Meshuggah too.
That's a great movie.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Neither have I. That
They
was
don't even
funny.
show that anymore, I don't think. I never saw it.
It's one of those movies that, like, you
disappeared.
Yeah.
You know what I was watching the other day? It was really good. Joan Jett and Michael J. Fox, The Light,
Light of Day.
What a
Yeah,
great
it's a good movie, yeah. Play brother and sister.
And then I was watching the other one he did, For Love of Money, where he's the concierge. All right, so we got a
Shall we play a game?
Oh, come on. It was a fun show.
We'll be back next week.
Was?
I'm trying to think of who we have next
Let's end with
week.
that. Let's end with that.
Yeah, right. Which one?
The list.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let's end
Oh,
with
that's
that.
right. I forgot. Okay.
Because it goes with Ed's story.
Yes. This is 10 songs. There's a top 10 list. There's more, but I just picked the ones that people would know. Gene, you can chime in on this. 10 songs that you never knew were about masturbation. Now, let me...
I'm only going to say one.
Wang
because one of
Chung.
mine
No,
knew
wait,
it.
wait, hold on.
Touch myself.
No, wait, hold on.
That's what I said.
Rubbing one out, beating the meat. It's a thing that people do. It's part of our DNA, and humans have been doing it forever. In ancient Egypt, male masturbation was considered a magical or creative act.
Still is. Wow.
In ancient
I'm a
Greece,
magician.
And listen to me. In ancient Greece,
Kreskin.
female masturbation was outwardly encouraged as a great way to relax.
Here it comes, there it goes.
Not in pop music. No, in pop music, masturbation really gets the credit it deserves. Here are 10 songs you probably didn't know were about masturbation, but totally are. These songs are either completely about masturbation, make reference to it, or involve sex toys designed for self-pleasure.
The only one I'm going to say, because I know the one because I know what's in the song, is Captain Jack by Billy
Which
Joel.
I never even knew.
It's right in the word. It's yeah.
So Captain Jack.
My sister went out. She goes on a date. I say home masturbate. And that's in the word. So that one is an obvious one, but the other ones are.
Everybody Wang Chung.
Well,
no.
Turning Japanese by the Vapors is one. I definitely know that.
Number 9.
Yeah.
No,
no, it's not about that.
And that one of the ones was I Touch Myself by the, but I knew everybody would get that one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's obvious. Yeah, it's
I omitted
I
it.
actually sang that at karaoke after the wedding.
Are you serious?
That's very romantic.
I've
Very romantic of you.
Was it you and your son doing a duet, or were you
No,
solo?
my son wasn't at the bar.
Oh, no.
When I'm on the ranch, I touch myself.
All right. Anybody else? Any
Gotta
other
give
guesses?
hints here because there's some songs, bands or names.
The
of
Trooper,
songs.
Iron Maiden.
No, this.
Oh yeah, "Stroke Me" by Billy Squier.
That was on the list, but I didn't put it on there.
It's not an obvious
too
one.
easy. I'm
We're
gonna
trying to
give
do
you
ones that
hints.
aren't obvious.
80s, an 80s guy.
Fatal of Swallow.
A very famous classic rock band. I'll give you a hint. Tim Eli's favorite.
The Who.
The Who.
The Who.
Right, but what song?
The Squeeze Box?
No.
No.
Pinball Wizard. Anybody playing that much pinball is
I personally
masturbating.
never heard of the song.
It's not Baba O'Reilly.
No, it's
No,
the
no,
Who.
no.
It's the Who, but
I know. I'm just saying.
I never heard of the song, but supposedly
Bargain. It's a bargain.
I don't know.
Might be from Tommy. What's
Another one is an alternative band that's very famous.
What's the Who one? What was it?
Pictures of Lily.
I never heard of that.
Creed.
Never heard of it.
I don't know it by title anyway.
That was number 2. Number 1 is the 80s guy. He was in an Adam Sandler movie, The Wedding Singer.
Billy Idol.
Billy Idol, right.
Yes.
Dance Myself.
Dancing with Myself is about masturbation.
How
That
about,
is
I
number
don't know,
1.
how about what's her name? Cyndi Lauper. She had a name.
She-Bop is in there, but I didn't put it on. All right. The sister of a very famous pop star who died, she had a song that supposedly it's about masturbation.
Sister of a famous pop star?
Who died. That's the clue of who the artist is and what
So
her
it must be
song was.
Whitney Houston. No.
She wasn't a brother or a sister of somebody.
No.
Britney Spears. Toxic.
Think of a sister of a famous
Jamie Lynn
pop
Spears.
star that died. How much more of a clue can I give you?
I don't know.
Karen Carter.
Give us the first and last
You
name.
gotta give us a better clue because we can't get it.
Donna Summers.
The whole family's in music.
The Osmond Brothers.
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson, yeah.
What song?
Nasty.
No.
No, it's a one-word title.
Yes, it's a
Nasty's one word
it's a
title.
preposition.
If?
If is correct. Number 7. I'm sorry. She-Bop did make the list. Number 8. All right. And the classic rock artist who sang "Running on Empty."
Jackson Brown.
Eagles. Oh, Jackson Brown, right.
Yes. What song?
Running on Empty. That's the name of the song.
No, I gave you the clue, but the song he sang is not but there's a different song he sang. It's a
Take It Easy?
It's a girl's
No.
name.
Famous song,
Girl's
or
name.
it's not a known song? 'Cause
I don't know if
most
it's
of
a
us-
known song, but it's
Somebody's baby.
It's a woman's name.
No, he's talking about Jackson Brown.
Jackson Brown.
The
Yeah.
Jackson Brown song with a
Sheila.
girl's name.
Not Rosie.
Yes, Rosie is correct.
About
Oh,
masturbation?
Rosie, yeah, about
Number
Rosie
10.
Palmer.
So there's 3 left.
There you go.
A punk rock guy who's got a famous name after a very famous singer who died
The Ramones.
in 1977.
Sid Vicious.
And Rick Springfield mentions his name.
Devo, Whip It. That's got to be one.
He said
How
the
is it
Beatles, and then he said, and then even Jesse Colin Young mentioned him. But he was a punk rock star, and he sang. He had a bunch of hits in the '80s. He wore glass. He looked like Buddy Holly.
Leaf Garrett.
Elvis Costello. What's the song? It's about masturbation.
Really?
I like Elvis Costello too, but I can't think what song that would be.
Not accidents will happen, right?
No. Give up.
Is it a girl's name?
No. Pump it up.
It's a boy's
Bump
name.
it up. There you go. Bump it up. All right.
Pump it up. Okay. That was number 3. All right. 2 left.
Is Devo on there? Whip It? Is that in there?
No, there was Devo. Devo was on there, but not for Whip It. It was for another song they had.
Rick Springfield. Human Touch.
I can't. Yeah, right. This other group I'm not familiar with. It's about a bunch of. The name of the group is about a bunch of women who are not wearing anything.
Naked
Go-Go's?
ladies.
Naked Girls.
Mermaids.
Bare
Naked
Bare Naked
Ladies.
Ladies.
Right. And what song?
I couldn't tell you one bare naked lady
I
song.
don't know them that well.
G-spot.
The only one I know is the one they sing.
1 week they do.
Uh,
Brian Wilson.
the
Chinese chicken.
It's Only Me.
Chickadee Chinese.
Eddie Money, Baby Hold On.
Chinese.
Number 5 is Only Me. It's Only Me by Bare Naked Ladies. All right, last
have
one.
to start playing
If
it.
somebody lives down the block and they're
Neighbors.
3 doors down.
3 doors down, what's the name of the song?
Kryptonite.
Loser.
No, that's Beck.
They got to be a loser if they're masturbating.
3 Doors Down does Loser too.
I
don't know.
I don't know how to give you a clue for this song.
I'm not familiar with their song, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
3 Doors Down. It's Here With You. And
Obviously not here with you. Obviously here by himself.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right, that's our
Fucking
list. I want
contradiction.
to. We're gonna head out tonight. Anybody? TheComedyTornado.com.
ComedyTornado.com.
And the Uncomfortably Funny podcast, Monday nights, 7 to 9. Oh,
Nice.
okay, Kevin. Okay, and Ed?
Critique him. October 11th, we'll be debuting the Alpha Male Show.
And who's going to be your first guest?
Me.
I have absolutely no idea.
I'm going to come with
Michelle
my penis.
Conrad.
Probably not. She won't show up.
Exactly.
October 7th, we're playing together. October 7th, we're doing the New Jersey Shore Shark Anglers Club in Bricktown on Herbertsville Road. October 7th. CARLO and I.
And don't forget, November 11th, the return of Joey Cola at Latitudes in Forked River for the Animal House Comedy Club. Tickets are $20, 718-942-7368. And just to let you know, Gisella is going to, the holidays are coming near, so if you want any of the fine quality jewelry, she's pumping out watches, necklaces, bracelets.
Yeah, 83 today.
And
exactly.
she made like 83 pieces today.
I believe it. Last year, I remember the pieces you made were incredible.
Yeah,
beautiful. So if you want to get in touch with her on Facebook, yeah, right.
You want?
She's got a sardine can on a chain.
I'm looking into men's
Sounds
jewelry,
fishy.
so keep
Yes.
your eyes out.
She's got a very
Yeah, I wear a
special
lot of
piece
jewelry.
coming in. She's got
Vin Diesel's my inspiration
the
for it.
cross.
I want the Flavor
Yeah.
Flav where it's like the
You want
Prince
Flavor
Albert,
Flav?
but with the big clock swinging.
There you go. And if you want to get in touch with Gisella, go on Facebook, Jewelry by Gisella.
Touch me anytime.
JUSELLA.
Yeah. And on behalf of Rick Springfield and his publicist Kim Jackworth and John Lappin for bringing us Jesse Colin Young. We'll see you all next week. This is the Animal House Radio Show.
Nice.